Police in Delaware County have arrested a suspect connected to that allegedly happened on a SEPTA L train. Matt Petrillo was at Upper Darby Police Headquarters right now with the disturbing details of this breaking news. Matt?
Well, Yuki, police are still in the early stages of their investigation, but they tell us that suspect has a history with police. Well, take a look. Authorities have identified that suspect as 35-year-old Fishton Noy. He now faces rape and other charges in connection to the incident that happened near 69th Street in Upper Darby around 11 o'clock Wednesday night. Police say a woman reported she was raped on the inbound L train. Investigators also say the attack happened while others were standing around on the train and, quote, did nothing. A police officer on his beat later found the suspect on the train partially clothed near the victim and then took action. People who ride the L are stunned to learn about these disturbing details.
They need more security. They really do. They really need a lot of security. Because it's getting bad out here. You can't even get on the bus.
Were people watching just doing nothing at the time?
Were they watching? I don't know. Again, we're still going through the video, but there was a lot of people, in my opinion, that should have intervened. Somebody should have done something. It speaks to where we are in society. I mean, who would allow something like that to take place? So it's troubling. But again, we're working on that, and we're trying to identify anyone that we saw coming on and off the L at that time.
And police also tell us that suspect did not know the victim. That suspect is now locked up in the Delaware County Jail. Reporting live outside Upper Darby Police Headquarters, Matt Petrillo, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Matt.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy G11 back at it again with another episode of Homie Talk. This is another one of those videos that I hate to cover, but I'm covering it because I am a Philly native, and I'm just wondering what the hell is going on. You guys saw the video at the beginning, so I'm not going to replay that. See at the top it says City of Brotherly Love, huh? Riders watched as a woman was assaulted Wednesday night on a train near Philadelphia, but they did not intervene or call police. Some authorities said it may have even taken pictures and videos while it went down. What kind of messed up individual you gotta be to sit there and record that while it's happening? So not only did they have to endure what went down, you know, the individual this happened to, but now it's just out there floating around on the internet. What kind of shit is that, man? Officers reviewed surveillance footage from a Southeastern Pennsylvania Transportation Authority train, SEPTA, that shows a man board shortly after a woman and sit next to her, so it's already fishy. The man talked to her, and footage shows he gradually got aggressive, eventually ripping her clothes off and assaulting her. So I'm assuming, like, if it started off calmly enough and then it got aggressive, that I'm sure it wasn't quiet. Nobody in Philly is quiet. I'm sure she was pretty loud and vocal about it. Says he sat next to her for conversation, and then he just completely overpowered her and forced himself on her. Authorities were alerted by a female SEPTA employee. So said Andrew Bush, SEPTA spokesman. An officer from SEPTA's police department intervened after the train on Market Frankfurt line stopped at 69th Street Transportation Center in Upper Darby. Between 80,000 and 90,000 people per day ride the Market Frankfurt line. The assault, he said, took about 8 minutes, but onlookers did not help. Then the article reads, if someone who witnesses called 911, it's possible that they've been able to intervene sooner because this apparently started before the employee who was on board noticed what was going on. The suspect, Fishton Noy, 35, has been charged with several crimes, including assault and aggravated indecent assault, according to court records. He's being held at the Delaware County Jail on a $180,000 bail. Once Noy was arrested, the woman, who has not been publicly identified, obviously to protect her identity throughout this, was taken to a hospital for treatment. Spoke with the victim yesterday. She's an unbelievably strong woman. Bernhardt, Upper Darby Super, said Saturday, I can't say enough about her. how she was able to identify her attacker, tell us what happened, and now she's working to get through it. SEPTA police officers and several unarmed guards regularly patrol its stations and trains, and they mainly respond to reports of robberies and thefts. After this assault, he said the company is considering increasing its security. For Bernhardt, the most appalling part of the event was the lack of empathy displayed by the other individuals riding the train, and I 100% agree with that. Investigators are going over their surveillance footage, and police received reports of riders recording video or taking pictures while the assault took place. I'm speechless, he said. To be a victim of a crime like this and be victimized a second time is horrible. Bernhardt said there are different steps witnesses can take to intervene. People can call 911, alert the conductor, or even distract the attacker by screaming, making noise. And then finally he says, I don't know where we are in a society that people can't help other people out in a time of need. If you see something like this, you have to do something. You have to intervene. It starts here when we have to definitely go back to some decency where we help each other and we look out for each other. And that's the end of the article there. My thoughts on the situation, I definitely 100% agree with the superintendent of the Upper Darby police station, right? How could those people sit there and just watch what the hell was going on? Now, I don't know if there are any able-bodied men there, but even still, just like, I like to put myself in, I like to put myself in the shoes of the people that shit happened to. Like, what if that was, actually, you don't even have to, like, just think about the actual person themselves. That's someone's daughter, could potentially someone's mother, someone's sister. I mean, would y'all want that happening to y'all's family? I know I wouldn't. I would want somebody to step in and actually do something there. But you got people just recording and taking photos instead. Literally everyone has smartphones. It's just 3 numbers, 911, and nobody did it. The SEPTA employee had to figure out what was going on and alert the authorities. I mean, that's pretty fucked up. I think that last statement was right. Like, we're literally in a situation where, in a society where stuff like that goes down and nobody bats an eye. It's just a world star upload. It's just something for another video on the internet for people to watch. I mean, it's just insane. People are just sitting behind these screens, just being a passive participant, really. I mean, how can you actually be there watching this go down and just record? Like, I don't understand. I don't get that. People, we got to do better. We have to be able to protect our women. I know across the internet, there's been a lot of talk lately, you know, about accountability, you know, pointing out the issues with our women and all that stuff. And that's important work. However, on the same side of that coin, right, as a society, we still got to step up and protect our women from bullshit like this. Like, this can't be the norm. This shit doesn't happen here. This shit happens in like some third world country somewhere. Not to put other countries down, right? But this should not be the norm to where we're just sitting there watching it happen. As a man, if you were on that train just letting dude do what he did, you a piece of shit. I'm sorry. Now, adversely, I understand people don't want to be heroes and people want to mind their own business. But right is right and wrong is wrong, fam. Come up with the plan and overpower that dude. Scream, distract him. Like, there's all kinds of things you can do in a situation like that. You know, the report didn't say he had a weapon. It just said he forced himself on her. So he definitely could have been overpowered, you know, if enough people, you know what I'm saying? Like, I look at that like if that was one of my people, I wouldn't want that shit to go down. Anyways, that's just my 2 cents on the matter. What do you guys think? Should the people who are on the train have done something? Do you think they were, I don't know, in some weird world, do you guys think they were right to record? Let me know down in the comments below. Hit that like and subscribe button. I really want to know y'all's opinions on this. If you have more stories like this, or just something you want me to cover on the channel, send it to homietalkwithg11@gmail.com. Until next time, people, we out.